Welcome to another episode of the offseason presented by Cardinal Studios. The offseason is available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts. You may realize that we're posting a little bit early this week. That's because we're going to get into a little bit different of a flow, maybe posting twice a week now. And for this episode, we're going to kind of just continue what's going on in free agency, just keeping up with what's going on, kind of highlighting the players of note that are still on the market. Some that kind of came to a surprise to me in following and being a fan of football, seeing some of these names still out there. So, yeah, I guess we can go ahead and get right on into it. We've got me and my bro Q here as we go gonna wrap it up about this. And, something that kind of jumped out to me from the start were the quarterbacks that were still left on the free agency list. As we had Aaron Rodgers being, 42, 43 years old.
42.
Not super surprising, but the surprising one for me was Kirk Cousins, who I think has kind of been just pushed under the carpet, under the rug as of late. And, last time I remember seeing him play, he was, a starting quarterback in this league.
Yeah, I mean, so Kirk Cousins, him and his agent are just like some of the best we've ever seen do it. It's not a 4-year, $180 million contract. That was 2 years ago, and the Falcons just released him. I mean, when the teams are willing to bite money like that, kind of similar to Tua, or like Kyler Murray, where they're willing to just eat that money to have you walk away is kind of crazy. Kurt got $100 million of that, 180 guaranteed over his 2 years. So, I mean, $50 million a year. He's not hurting for money right now. He probably doesn't even, feel like he needs to sign, or, he's not desperate to sign to a team. He can kind of cater to where he wants to go because he has money, and there's a decent team that's going to lose a quarterback or a backup quarterback before the season starts. So he can kind of dictate his own terms, I would say. Aaron Rodgers, on the other hand, nah. He kind of been blackballed for the league, and he hasn't been playing amazingly, I would say, the last couple years.
Right. Yeah, I think he should kind of stick to the podcasting route he's on with McAfee and them. And that's not even shade. I just, he was a great quarterback for a long time in the league, for longer than many people. I just feel like, and we were talking about this off air, like his stats have declined. And I mean, that's natural, but that's just a sign that, like, I mean, I don't know who would be clamoring for a 43-year-old quarterback who threw how many picks last year? We saying it was 14?
He threw 7.
7, okay.
7,
okay.
But 11 the year before.
11 the year before. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That was in New York, right?
Yeah, that was in New York.
Okay. Which, like, I mean, isn't all on him, just from knowing the team.
No, literally.
11 picks is 11 picks. So.
But I mean, kind of, the argument to be made against Aaron Rodgers is kind of like the thing you'd argue about with like what kind of got Colin Kaepernick caught up, where it was like the talent doesn't outweigh like the controversy, and like because when Colin Kaepernick maybe first started, okay, he was a beast, like he was killing people. They went to the NFC Championship, they went to the Super Bowl, so they would probably put up with what he was doing. But in 2016, when it's been 4 years since he went to the Super Bowl and years since he went to the championship game, people are figuring you out. Same thing a la Aaron Rodgers, where he's speaking out against things they don't want you to talk about, COVID or whatever, talking about certain things they don't want you to talk about.
Peyote and ayahuasca trips.
Yeah, and like the little retreats and different things like that. Like, again, that's fine when you're, throwing, like in 2020, he threw 48 touchdowns and 5 picks. 2021,
nobody's gonna say anything, right?
Yeah, 37 touchdowns, 4 picks. Like, talk about whatever you want, but when 2022, 26 touchdowns to 12 interceptions. That was literally like when he started declining and the media, started not really appreciating what he had to say and whatnot. So again, they're not gonna all that drama and stuff that he comes with. Teams are not gonna really rock with it. I could see the Steelers maybe putting up with it, but I don't know. Not many other teams other than that.
Didn't he sign with the Falcons?
Mm-hmm.
So that's how Kirk ended up getting out of there.
Yeah.
Okay. He's not going to start though, right? He's projected to be behind.
Well, yeah, I don't know what they're doing, bro. Yeah, they pretty much signed like a Hawaiian version of Michael Penix, where they're like built the same, both left-handed. Yeah. They're both like kind of young too. Like I imagine Tua maybe has like 2 years, 3 years maybe in the league more than Penix. So it's not like he has that much more experience. He's like accomplished that much more than Penix to be coaching him. Kurt been playing since we were in high school, man. Like Kurt's been playing for a long time.
I remember we used to call him Kirk LaFlame.
Yeah.
In Washington, he was, you like that?
Yeah. That was over 10 years ago at this point. Like,
nah, for real. Man, I still say he's respectable. Some of the wide receivers on this list were kind of surprising to me. Like I saw Juwan Jennings, and it kind of back to what we were talking about in receivers we watched growing up. Not really growing up, but like when we were younger, Tyreek Hill. Still out there in the free agency market where, he used to be a burner and, he can't seem to stay healthy anymore.
He kind of got the same thing, like him, Diggs, where again, like they have extra baggage where certain teams, they're not really going for that. Like they'll take a rookie or a, receiver they think is not as good, but we don't ever hear about unless it's something they're doing football related, right? Unless it's something on the field, as opposed to Diggs. He's been off the chain for him and his brother. Both the Diggs brothers have been off the chain for the last like 2 or 3 years, I would say.
It's funny they're both not signed right now.
Yeah, I don't think that's a coincidence. Like
not at all.
Yeah, go ahead.
I was just going to say it's weird because, like, Trayvon came into the league, at least into the Cowboys locker room, really quiet. And it wasn't until Micah came around where he started to, like, get close with him and, like, create a voice for himself. And then when he left, he just became, not as, like, his brother, Stephon is, like, just, like, a wildcat, bro. Like, you don't know what you're going to get with him at all.
We realized that when the Vikings did that video where they were asking their teammates, like, who do you not want your sister to date? And everybody
said literally the first thing I think of when everyone was like, yeah, definitely not Stephon.
Yeah, literally.
Like, yeah, I don't think Trayvon's necessarily as bad, at least not in the public eye. But yeah, I think
he has a lot of kids too, but he does have a much different image, and Stephon Diggs just loves that, the Playboy image or whatever. Which, I mean, this is fine, but like for your job, when your job is,
teams don't want that. They look at that. They take that into account because, like, you come into a locker room with 51 other people. Like, do you have enough leaders in that locker room to, hold that up to keep that? I don't want to say toxicity because, like, they're ball players. They're,
everybody in there hitting bitches, but he's just like does it a different way.
Stealing from his teammates. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not saying that's a fact, but like I wouldn't be surprised if that has not been a thing.
No, literally.
But yeah, back to Tyreek, I was looking at his stats, bro, and and it's actually crazy because like his stats didn't necessarily drop until the last 2 years, and like he wasn't healthy at all last year. He started 4 games, but every other year before that, he's played almost all the majority of the games and dropping at least 1,000 yards per season. There were 2 years within his 9 year, 9 year tenure. Am I doing the math wrong? 2016.
He's been playing since
This is going to be year
2016,
10.
right?
Yeah, we're coming up on year 10 here. And there's only 3 of them where he didn't break. 3 where he played over.
Breaking news. Broncos acquiring Jalen Waddle for a first, a third, and a fourth round pick. What the hell?
I'm sorry, what?
Wow. Hold up. Breaking news on the show. Breaking news. That's a lot. Wow.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That's a
I'm trying to
lot.
find this compensation on that too.
That's a lot.
So Jalen Waddle's been in the league for 5 years. While you're looking that up, I'm gonna just rattle off these stats for y'all listening. 5 years in the league. He's got 373 receptions for 5,039 yards, and 26 touchdowns. His compensation, I'm trying to find what Miami was paying him, and you might be able to find it in your research, but
pretty sure they repaid it, like re-signed him a couple years ago.
Let's start with Jalen Waddle and his $15.2 million contract. Let's see, hold on. Let me get the numbers.
So the Dolphins they're going to have 2 first-round picks. They're getting the Broncos' 30th overall pick this year and their third and fourth round pick this year. Wow.
That's that Troy Aikman effect. You know, Troy is he doesn't have an office with a badge on it, but he's running operations in Miami now.
For real?
Mm-hmm. Why is he not doing it in Jerry World? It's pissing me off. I know we all know why, because like homeboy doesn't want credit for.
I was about to say, I think we know why he doesn't do it there.
Yeah, homeboy wants all the credit, but like that's huge.
Steep price to pay for Jalen Waddle, I think.
If they're keeping the same cap hit, so in 26 he's going to be 5.6, in 27 he'll be 25.9, in 28 he'll be 26.9, and then in 29 he'll be 8.9 on the salary cap, which could be voided actually. So really looking at like 3 years, 50, almost $60 million.
I mean, I'm a Jalen Waddle fan as like a 2, but like I'm looking at his stats. He hasn't had 1,000 yards since 2023, and that year he had 1,014 yards.
Mm-hmm.
And he played 16 games last year. He played 15 games the year before. He gets targets, like 100 targets last year, 83 the year before.
I think the Dolphins just got Jalen Tolbert.
The receiver?
The receiver from Dallas. Yeah, he is a Dolphin now.
Wow. Which like they traded Jalen for Jalen. They traded the first round pick Jalen Waddle for
the third round pick
for Jalen Tolbert.
South Alabama.
I mean, granted, he had 6 touchdowns last year. That's good.
Who, Jalen? Hang
Jalen
on.
Waddle.
Which one?
Yeah, Jalen Waddle.
Yeah, I mean, Jalen, like, I'm excited for Jalen Tolbert just because I think he's a talented player that just needs a new start. But yeah, for Jalen Waddle, bro, that's an overpay. Not only in to your salary cap, but to your draft capital. Like, you gave up so much. A first rounder for who?
Yeah, right. Like, I'm trying to find like comps that are like comparable. So like, okay, here's one, like Amari Cooper.
I was just looking that up.
From the Raiders to the Cowboys.
That's crazy.
Like, they only gave up a first, bro. Like,
that's what I'm saying, just a first. I wanted to get my stats right, but I was literally about to bring up Amari. That's so crazy.
Yeah, like, I don't think this is a good trade.
I would argue that Amari Cooper's a better Well,
Yeah, he
obviously not
is.
like right in this moment, like age and all, but like at the time of
Overall, he's
trading,
better than him. Like
way better.
Jalen
You
Waddle
give a
can like
first,
his
third, and
run
a win.
faster, but Amari Cooper's a better receiver.
Yeah, his route running is way better than 90% of the
Ooh,
players in the league right now.
okay, here, this is making my point right here. Here we go, Google Gemini. Another example, I just Googled notable wide receiver trades in NFL history. Roy Williams, who used to play for the Lions, the receiver, he got traded to the
To the
Cowboys.
Yeah.
Detroit traded Williams, so the Cowboys gave up a first, a third, and a sixth. That's pretty much identical to what was just traded, and it said it's often cited as an overpay.
It was definitely an overpay.
Yeah, like the Dolphins just fucked the Broncos, yo. Like,
I wish
yeah,
DJ was in here for that.
No, literally, we got
heartbreaking,
a Broncos fan on the squad, and he not in here for that. It's crazy.
So
We have to get his reaction in a second after we done with this. But
Waddle. Yeah, off air, we're gonna have to catch that one. Man, okay. That kind of took me off.
see, even the Eagles, they got AJ Brown from the Titans for a first and a third. Like, taking AJ Brown, especially AJ Brown 4 years ago over
Right.
Jalen Waddle. Like,
Hey, I mean, he did want someone better than Cortland Sutton, verbatim. So
we'll see what he got to say. Honestly, I'm honestly interested to hear his reaction. That's that.
do you think he's a better player? Do you think who's the number one in the room now? Is it still Cortland Sutton?
Probably.
So you paid a first round, you paid 3 picks for a wide receiver too.
He'd be like if anything, he's like it's like 1A, 1B, just because like he's faster than Cortland Sutton. But again, it's like he's faster, but he doesn't have like the route tree. Like Patrick Queen, Dallas Cowboys, what's happened with that?
Wait, what? I heard something about that, but I don't know how true that's gonna be. We're mentioned in every rumor, like I said. It's hard for a true fan who's not just going to say this is their year every year to be a fan, because everyone says everyone's going to the Cowboys, and you got to be able to sift through the bullshit, bro.
Right. Oh, I think they're just saying, like, talking about maybe adding.
I have heard it in conversations before, but I don't know how true that is. How, like, if that's actually going to happen or not. I see David Njoku's still out here on the market, which, like, we don't have a necessary need for him as a Cowboys fan, but I would definitely say we could take him. His talent could be used on a lot of teams.
Yeah, he'd be crazy as a backup tight end. He's 6'4", 246. He's not a great blocker, but he's come out like an empty. Yeah, you come out like an empty set, or again, just when he's in the game, I guess you kind of give it away, but just know they're going to be passing the ball. Like,
okay, I mean, stop it then.
Yeah.
In 12 games last season, he caught 33 passes for 293 yards, which isn't crazy. 4 touchdowns. That's it. Why not have that on your roster? Like, there's a lot of teams that you could look at that, like, you would take those 4 touchdowns, and they're probably red zone catches.
Hell yeah. He was playing with the Browns last year, too, so bad quarterback play, bad team. Not ideal situation.
Another tight end out here in the market, which, like, isn't very surprising, is Johnny Smith from the Steelers.
He's been passed around a lot the last couple of years, too.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have much to say about him, to be honest with you. Like, he hasn't really been impressive.
He's a decent player.
Yeah.
Last time he was good, I think, was when he was on, like, the Titans. But, yeah, like, since 2020, he's been on the Patriots, the Falcons, the Dolphins, and the Steelers. Like,
passed around like a blunt.
Yeah, I don't know why. Again, like he's
Like,
looking at his numbers, he is actually not as good as I thought he would be. Like in Miami, he had 884 yards. This is his career high, like by far. Every other year, it's like 400, almost 300 yards. So he'd be like a serviceable backup, but probably not for what the amount of money he's asking for.
no. My mouse just froze on me. That's cool. Technical difficulties. One sec.
Yeah.
All right, we got a mouse back. We got a minute. Crazy. I was trying to scroll down this list. Um, yeah, and so I guess a couple other names that I saw offensively that kind of stood out. There were a couple offensive linemen that I feel like should. I mean, they're a little older, but like players like Taylor. I know we were talking about this off air as well. Taylor Decker, from the Lions. He's 32 years old. Um, he had in 2025 he had a pass block win rate of 89.3%, which he's starting somewhere, man.
Right.
Like,
Too many teams need linemen. He's gonna be starting somewhere.
other linemen of note, we got Joel Bitonio from the Browns.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I mean, he's got a 96.4% pass pass block rate,
Mm-hmm.
which is like it's actually crazy. Some of these linemen that like it's hard because like when you're watching the game, there's so much happening, and I know you're supposed to watch from the line to on offense, the quarterback and then the other skill players, but like it's hard to catch everyone's like every rep. So like hearing some of these players getting like having huge win rates is just crazy from hearing some of the teams that they're coming from, like Cam Robinson, the tackle from the Browns, um,
Right.
plus 90% as well, like in the win rate. So it's just like I don't know, maybe I need to pay more attention.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, the linemen they can be hard to grade, like you're saying, like other positions, because this like scheme plays a lot into it, and some linemen are getting more help than others. Double teaming or again just doing different things to mask, some of their shortcomings. Like certain corners, it's like they look a little bit better, but that's because they get a lot of help over the top, maybe kind of thing, or like their linebackers are really good, so they don't really have to worry about the inside, just like little things like that. It's like, it's such a team game that again, like other positions will help other positions and make, maybe a C grade player look like they're like a B grade player or something like that.
Right. Yeah, I want to. There's a YouTuber I follow. His name's Botch Lombardi. Who shout out to this if you. I doubt you're watching this, but he used to be a lineman, and he's really good at like explaining like nuances and things that you should be watching for. He's a great scout too, but uh, yeah, I really want to be able to have more to elaborate on when I like am talking about these offensive tackles and guards, obviously centers too.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, edges out there, which is like these are a lot of old heads again too.
Yeah, hell yeah. Everybody old in this group.
Yeah, flipping to the defensive side of the ball, at the top of the edge group, at least for notoriety. You got Joey Bosa recently for the Buffalo Bills, 31 years old. What are your thoughts on old Joey?
I mean, he's gonna get signed. Definitely. I mean, probably just based on his name and I guess previous production. But at this point, he's just a rotational pass rusher, like a third down player kind of thing. I'd like to see him on the Niners with his brother, just for like the story kind of thing. They're
That would be cool.
typically, yeah, like they're typically deep on the line too. So again, he won't be asked to do that much and be a cool story, talking point. They'll probably both meet at the quarterback eventually. Something to talk about.
Which would be really, I mean, that'd be a picture you'd want on, you know what I'm saying, as a Bosa boy, you'd want that on your wall somewhere.
Yeah.
Just like both sandwiching a quarterback.
yeah, right. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It'd be a cool like story. So I think that'd be cool for him to go over there.
There's also from in the same team, you got AJ Espensa, who's a little bit younger. He's going to be 27 to start off the season. I don't know much about him at all, or if I even pronounced his name correctly, to be honest with you. He's listed at 6'6", 260.
Big dude.
You know, recording 24 point. Maybe I should know. Recording 24 and a half sacks and 4 interceptions over 6 NFL seasons. Wow. How he's a free agent, I'm sure the Bills want to retain him. Looking at that, but he's still young-ish, you know.
He's not a big name. I'm not too familiar with him either, honestly.
No, but I mean, 24 sacks in 6 seasons is, you know, not crazy, but like you can put him in rotation. I put in that size, like you got to respect that.
Right. With the interception, sounds like he's like a versatile player.
Cam Jordan, bro, of the New Orleans Saints. He'll be 37 entering 37 entering his 16th pro season, bro. What do you think? He should take a rest, right?
Wow. Yeah. 16 years, bro. He's been playing since 2010, 2011. Like, yeah. It's time for him to hang that shit up, bro. Like, it's time for him to hang that up.
pounds. He's a 4-3 edge. I don't got much to say on that. He's like, I respect him and his, you know, legacy, but 37 years old as an edge, that's kind of impressive.
I agree.
Jadavon Clowney and Hassan Reddick are the only other 2 names I'm really gonna say of note that are still out there. Clowney always gets that 1-year deal somewhere.
Yeah, he's been a mercenary for the last like 6 years or so.
Yeah, he's just, you know, taking in the sights of each town for about a season. Which
I'd like to see him back on the Ravens. He was their 2023 season, I believe it was. And yeah, his stats for the last 3 seasons was 8.5 sacks this year, 5.5 the year before, and 9.5 3 seasons ago with the Ravens. So I think he'd be a good, like, just same thing I'm talking about with Joey Bosa, like rotational pass, pass rusher, or he's a good run defender too. That's the other thing. Like
that's the biggest thing for me.
Yeah, he can. He's not gonna have like 12 sacks. He's never had that, but he's always been able to play the run. He doesn't get shoved around, which is good.
Yeah. I mean, it says here that he had 8.5 sacks and 32 pressures in 13 games last year with us in Dallas. And
that's solid.
He didn't even come in until like week 4 or 5. He didn't start playing until like 6.
Exactly.
And you know, he said he didn't even have his football legs under him until like 7 or 8. So like it's crazy for him to put up those numbers still coming right off the couch. Not even seeing like a full off-season training program.
Exactly.
Hassan Reddick, him being
older this one.
He's 30. He'll be 31 entering the season. Him being a former Eagle, I don't got much to say. I was told if I had nothing nice to say, don't say it at all.
Right.
So
yeah, I don't know. He had like 1 or 2 like really good seasons, and I don't know. Since hasn't really impressed me, honestly.
2.5 sacks, 23 pressures with the Bucks last year. So I see why nobody's really pounding at the door to see what's up with him. You know what's crazy? When I said Bijan Robinson earlier, this is like may not make sense for the people that are listening.
Was
But
it
I thought
Brian
that
Robinson?
Brian Robinson Jr. was the free agent. So I was looking back at that again. Just the full circle
Yeah.
thing. Off air, we were looking at just keeping fresh on the free agents that are out there, and I saw Brian Robinson Jr. and I was like, Bijan's a free agent. Like, first of all, why are they not
That
retaining
happened to
him?
me
Second of all,
too.
yeah, that
Same thing happened
that
to
really
me.
took me.
Because they're both juniors too. That's the thing. It's the junior. It's the Robinson and the junior. So
And
you
the
see
B,
this
yeah,
the
and then both
B
their name
the
starts with a B, yeah, like
B and ends in an N. So you
yeah.
see you assume like you read it as like
It's so
B.
quickly to
I did the same
just
thing.
glance at the name, yeah, like sorry for not doing my due diligence there. Shit.
Right.
I don't know if there's many linebackers out there on the market. Like I'm just going down, I'm going from the line now. I'm working for y'all listening. I'm starting at the line. I think there's a few tackles out there, but none really of note.
Bobby Wagner is out there. He stands out. I could see him going to like the Cowboys.
I could see. I would love that actually. We
Yeah, I think
need
it'd be a
some
good
linebacker
fit.
help in the 3-4 scheme.
He's
So
he's 59 to 60 tackles away from all-time tackle record held by Ray Lewis. So I don't see him going away.
that's actually wild. So like just one season away, really.
Yeah, literally. So I don't like. He's not like if he retires, it's not going to be his decision this offseason. It'll be like nobody wanted to sign him, kind of thing. Like, and I think there are teams that need a good linebacker. He's still serviceable enough. Again, like I could see Dallas using him.
He had 79 solo tackles, 4.5 sacks, 2 picks.
Yeah, that's a solid season for anybody, and he's in his like
Yeah,
12th year, what 13, you know what I'm saying, whatever it is, like.
that's phenomenal, actually. Okay. Are there any corners out there? I think all the corners have kind of been snatched up or traded. Like I know we picked up
Yeah.
homeboy from
Oh, from the Rams, Cody Durant.
yeah, I don't really know how I feel about that, to be honest with you. I think he's
I saw him make some
rotational
plays
player.
last year, but I
I
guess we'll
watched some
see
of
like
his
how he
tape.
fits, kind of thing.
Yeah, it would be nice because like if Deron Bland isn't healthy, or if Ravel, which I think he'll be all right this year. If Ravel for some reason can't step up, like it's nice to have some experience in the room. I think we're still gonna take one in the first round.
You also had 2 picks in the first round.
Mm-hmm. And then we just picked up that third rounder from Dan Friend, giving up
Yeah.
Bosa, which like in hindsight I was a little upset about the compensation, but like we drafted him in the third round, so like clear the books, really. I mean, it was like $20 million a year.
Mm-hmm. It was definitely a money move.
Oh yeah, for sure, for sure. Yeah. As far as cornerbacks are concerned, I mean, like we said before, Trayvon Diggs is still out there. He might still be out there for a while, unless something major happens to somebody. Somebody's secondary.
He's not gonna get a job till like after the draft.
And maybe not even until like training camp for real.
Yeah, like a body, like literally like a body, and then
Mhm.
if somebody gets hurt, kind of thing.
And then safeties, just to round out this list of people who are still out there right now. This is, you know, it's a cowboy. Donovan Wilson, you know, he'll be 31 years old. He's like a box split field safety. He had 71 tackles and 2 interceptions last year.
He'd be a good pickup for somebody. I don't know exact. I don't have a good fit for him off the top of my head, but he could be used somewhere, I think.
Yeah, I definitely like. I'm a fan of him still. I think he's still got some gas in the tank. You know what I'm saying? He just needs to get the
Right.
oil change, really, and maybe a change of scenery.
Yeah, honestly, maybe just a change of teams would do him good. All of a sudden, he looks kind of like a Pro Bowler again or something.
Right. I mean, maybe you could take the Xavier Woods approach and maybe travel out to Minnesota,
Minnesota.
play
Maybe.
under. That'd be a nice
Maybe
defense. I think that'd be nice for him to be out there with. I'm sure Harrison. So how old is
Flores.
Harrison, bro? Yeah, Flores as a coordinator, but
Harrison
Harrison's
Smith is
like,
old too.
but he
He's
still looked like a baller last year. Like, I mean,
yeah,
it
he's
was
still been
scheming.
good.
I mean, that was a
He's
Flores
still been
scheme because he
good.
took a lot of. I mean, that was the only name I could remember from that defense. And again, like I'm sure he's not their best player, and he's definitely their oldest.
Yeah, Harrison Smith is 37.
Harrison Smith is
Wow.
37, and he's out there playing as Unk on the field.
Yeah, and I mean he's been a beast for like literally since he's been in the league. He's been playing since 2015. He had two
That
picks
is,
last year, three in 2024, five in 2022. Yeah, I mean
man. Can can we make an advocacy for Harrison Ford to maybe not be first ballot, but make
Harrison
him a Hall
Ford.
of Famer? I said Harrison Ford. Jesus,
Harrison Smith definitely Hall of Famer.
Harrison Smith. You have to be a Hall of Famer because like that's. I did not realize he's been in the league for what was that 16 years now?
Like 14, 12 to 26.
12 to 26. Okay, yeah.
I saw something online. He's like one of the few safeties with these stats. Like for his career, he has like yeah, he has like I'm not gonna say Troy Polamalu numbers, but he fills up the stat sheet. Like he has 13 forced fumbles, 10 fumble recoveries, 21 and a half sacks, 51 tackles for a loss, 39 interceptions, 4 touchdowns.
He can hit you like with multiplicity, you know? Like there's that's
Not
the fun. He's
really.
fun to watch. He's like he reminds me of like your Ed Reeds, your Palomalus, where it's like one, where is he gonna line up, and then what's he gonna do after the ball is snapped?
Exactly. He does remind me of like Troy Polamalu. He definitely does. I'm going to compare his stats to Troy Polamalu. I'd actually like to see what that looks like.
Hey, I'm curious too, actually.
Harrison Smith has played a lot more games.
I would imagine Palomalu wasn't in the league for many more than 10 years.
Yeah, so Harrison Smith has 207 games to Polamalu's 158. So he's definitely played like 4 or 5 more
Like,
years. But
yeah.
Harrison Smith has 7 more interceptions, 9.5 more sacks, over 300 more tackles. He has a 1 less forced fumble, and he has 3 more fumble recoveries. So, dang. But Polamalu has more Pro Bowls, more all. Wow. Yeah, Polamalu has 6 All-Pros.
Oh wow. I
Defensive
mean
Player of the Year.
the game looks different too in their eras of playing.
I agree.
You know, like I feel like
It is something to factor in.
Harrison Smith came into the back end of what Palomalu played most of his career through.
I agree.
Which I mean, at first I wasn't a big fan of the big switch, but DTE and all that shit's a real thing, and at the House of Entertainment, you know what I mean. Scatterboo don't really care about it, but that's his choice.
Hell no. Hell no.
But yeah, no, that was really just we wanted to tap in and you know kind of get us up to speed with what's going on because you know we got I mean there's plenty more that's going to be happening, but we got the draft coming up here in about a month, and we're going to continue on to evaluate some of these players. We did say the next episode we're going to be covering wide receivers, so for real this time the next episode we're going to be covering wide receivers that'll be going out on Thursday afternoon. Um, so yeah, from you, from myself, Brandon, thank you for tapping in with us and listening to another episode of the off season presented by Cardinal Studios. You know, and I never shout this out, but we got a Discord community that like we game, we talk sports all the time, talk about music and film and all that stuff. So If y'all would like to tap in with us, man, we'll drop the link below, and yeah, we invite
Come
you to come
tap
hang out
in,
with us.
come hang out. Yeah.
For sure. All right, y'all.
All right, deuces.